Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day and has had a good day so far. Obviously, there was no video yesterday. It was only a one game slate. There was really nothing to make a video on. And even this slate here is a pretty small slate. I believe it's a 5 game slate or so. So when I make these videos for these small slates, I only make them because I found picks that I like, which is why I'm making this video here. So I do have a video, and if I do have any added plays, as always, there will be in the pinned comment. Could be later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow when more lines are out and lineups are confirmed, just because lines can shift and some players that I anticipated playing or didn't anticipate playing end up playing or not playing and so on. So if you want more plays, you can keep an eye out for those. Never guaranteed that I'm going to have more added plays, but if you want more, that's where you would check them out. But I would just get straight into the picks. The first play that I found that I like, this one's currently on underdog. It is on PrizePicks, but you can't take the under there because it's a demon. But I like the value that you're getting here on underdog, and that's Kane to go under 4.5 shots, playing away from home for Bayern Munich, going up against Augsburg. There's a big difference in the amount he takes, shots that he takes when he plays away compared to home. When he's at home, he averages 4.2 shots taken, all the way down to 2.9. So he averages around 3 shots taken away from home. We need him to not take 5. He's got under this prop in 75% of games that he's played away from home, 9 out of 12. And then Augsburg already is a pretty good matchup for us. They average the 7th least shots given to opponent. And then away from home, they allow 14.7. But at home, which is where they're playing now, they allow 10.7. So they allow even less shots when they play at home compared to away. And they have been great defensively at home and have actually been the best defensive team at home, allowing the least amount of goals at home, better than Bayern, better than Leverkusen. They've just been a really good defensive team when they've played at home. And I also like this prop because Bayern, 4 days after this game, they have a Champions League game against Inter Milan. So I like the chance that he could possibly get subbed out. They might need some rest. They might not play as hard. They cannot risk his injuries as well. A lot of the times he also plays as like a hold-up striker. He's not constantly making runs all the time because he's not that fast of a player. He is a lot of the times a striker that will hold the ball when he gets it, let the wingers run past and then pass the ball to them. He's a pretty underrated passer, especially for a striker. So a lot of his shots and attacks in general come from him trying to hold up the play, pass it to his wingers, and then get into the box, and then him trying to take the shot. But Augsburg are a good defensive team. And then even in the first game, he went right over this mark. I believe he had 6 shots, but he only took 6 shots because 2 of those were penalties. So without counting those penalties, he had 4 shots, and that's what he averages at home anyways. But now that he's playing away, assuming he doesn't take any penalties, which I don't think Bayern get one here, I believe he easily goes under this mark. So I like this play. I like Kane to go under 4.5 shots away for Bayern going up against Augsburg. And then the second player prop that I found that I like, this one is currently on PrizePicks, and this is Travers to go under 3 saves, playing away from home for Middlesbrough, going up against Blackburn. If they just bump down to 2.5, I would not take it. Emphasis, would not take it because I like the safetyness that you're getting here at 3. There's a small chance he gets 3. I just do not think he gets 4. I'm not sure if Blackburn get 4 shots on target at all, which is what would need to happen for this prop to even have a chance to hit. And Blackburn really struggled in both games that they played against Middlesbrough this season. They've actually played twice this season. In the FA Cup game, Blackburn only had 1 shot on target, and that shot on target was a goal. And then in the league game, when they played them away from home, they only had 2 shots on target, with one of those being a goal. So in one game, the Middlesbrough keeper had no saves, and in the other one, they only had 1. They just struggled against Middlesbrough because Middlesbrough controlled the game. And in general, Blackburn are in bad form. If you look at just the last couple games, they're on a 4-game losing streak. And in those games, they only had 3 shots on target and a loss against Bournemouth, 2 shots on target and a loss against Derby. They had 2 shots on target and a loss to Cardiff, and 2 shots on target and a loss to Stoke. So they've been really struggling in general. They've been able to score in like 3 or 4 of those games, but the keepers have gone under in all of those marks. None of those keepers have had 4+, and Middlesbrough are good defensively and on average only allow 10.5 shots to opponents. And Blackburn in general have a lot of injuries, hence why they've been playing horrible. Wiseman, their right winger, Britton, their right back, Pickering, their left back, Carter, their other Beck, their other left back, and Carter, their center back, which is why this team has been out of sync. And I see them struggling here again. If I don't see them getting many chances at all, and if they somehow get those shots on target. I expect at least one of them to go in. I just do not see him getting 4 here, so like mark Travers to go under 3 saves. Before I get into the money line plays, as always, I really would appreciate it if everybody liked the video, commented as well. It helps boost the video out to more people. Doesn't matter what you put, whether it's asking questions, supporting the channel. And if you want to subscribe, please subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you want to support the channel just a little more and get the videos out even earlier than what you usually would, I do have the membership link in the description. Again, it's not like I hide any picks. You would still get the same picks. It's just if you want to get them out even earlier, because some of these plays do tend to get bumped and taken away so after I make these videos. And again, you get to support the channel, and it's just a great way to support. So link for that in the description, and all my links for everything, whether it's Outlier, a data app that I've sponsored with, whether it's PrizePicks, Underdog, anything else, all linked in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. When it comes to the money line play, I want to try something a little different. This is the ladder day challenge, and usually when I do the ladder challenge, I usually try to find a play between, I believe, -2 to -250, and then like bankroll that into 7 days. But instead, what I want to try to do is try to do the same thing, still do a ladder challenge, but make the play anywhere between either +100 to -150, get better value. And most of the times I'll try to like parlay 2 things together, or if not, just find a play that I like, just get better value from it, and just make it 5 days instead of 7. That way, one, we're getting more just value in general from these plays, and we can make it a 5-day challenge instead of a 7 or a 10-day challenge. That way we don't risk like losing on like day 8 or something like that. So and as always with these plays, you don't have to follow the ladder challenge. You can just take the slip how you want it. You can just take it how you want it. You can cash out at day 3, day 4. But for me, the goal is start with 25, and after day 5, if we follow anywhere between +100 to -150, we'll end in and around, give or take, $500. So hopefully it goes well. This is day 1, and for this slip is for -111. And the first play that I found that I like for this is higher than 0.5 Vallecano goals at home going against Espanyol. We just need them to score. It's a good matchup. Espanyol have conceded 24 goals in 13 away games, and have conceded 11 out of 13 games in general away from home. And the 2 games that they didn't concede, the teams that they were playing were projected to score 2.47 goals and 1.77 goals. So the opposing team should have scored. They were just unlucky to score, and they're just not a good defensive team in general. On average, they have allowed 17.1 shots away from home, which is a very, very high volume of shots. And Vallecano have scored 20 goals and 14 at home, and have scored in 13 out of 14 games. They have scored in all but 1 goal, 1 time at home, and they just will find a way. They scored in the first game away and took 17 shots in that game, and now that they're playing at home, where 1, they take more shots, 2, Vallecano allow more shots, 3, they allow more goals in general, I easily see them scoring here. Well, I'm not going to say easily, knock on wood, but I see them scoring here. So for the first play, I like higher than 0.5 Vallecano goals at home going up against Espanyol. And then the second one that I found that I like is higher than 1.5 Nice goals going up against Nantes. I was thinking of taking their money line, but I just don't see them winning by just 1. Like if they do win, I see them scoring 2 to 3. Plus, by taking their 1.5 goals instead of the money line, we can risk Nantes scoring 1 and then Nantes having to score a second. Nantes in general have the second worst away defense away from home. That's conceded 30 goals and 14 away games, and they go from allowing 10.6 shots at home down to 14.4 away from home. So they allow a good amount of shots more when they play away. They do not play possession, and they tend to foul and like a lot of like penalties or like free kicks in general, just dangerous positions. And I like that because Nice are good at attacking those set pieces. They're constantly attacking, they're constantly sending through balls, they're constantly like just in general trying to attack opposing defenses, and they on average have taken 15.2 shots at home, with 6 of those being on target. So that's good for us. They have scored 28 goals in 13 home games and have gone and scored 2+ in 9 out of 13 games at home. They came back from the international break and had a tough away matchup to Monaco, who are a good defensive team, and still managed to score a goal. Now they're at home in a good matchup, and they need to win to keep a top 4 spot. 4th place, which is where they currently is, gives them Europa League, but they're only 1 point behind top 3, which gives them a Champions League spot, and they need that goal difference as well. So they won't be satisfied with just a 1-0 win or just scoring 1 goal. They're going to keep attacking and trying to score 2-3 goals, especially with a good matchup here. Nantes have conceded, even after the break, Nantes came back from their break played an away game to Le Havre and conceded 3 goals against them. And Le Havre are the worst attacking team at home. Before that game, they had only scored 9 goals in 13 games at home. And then they just went and scored 3 against Nantes, which just shows they've been really bad defensively. So just matchup-wise, I like this. Nice are going to have plenty of chance to score. They just need to convert. So I like higher than 1.5 Nice goals going up against Nantes. And that's the slate for day 1 of the ladder challenge for -111. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. It was a pretty good day. It was a 4-2 day. The only player prop that missed was the one that I knew, or just I literally said it in the video, I should not have trusted him, or it was just scary trusting him, and that was Salah. Everybody in that team was shooting except for him. He kept passing the ball, and it was really frustrating. He only took 1 shot, but the other ones, Alvarez under 2.5 shots, that one was easy. We had Enciso. I had him as an added play to take at least 2 shots. He went over and hit that prop. We had Diaz in added play, Salah's teammate, to take shots. He came through. Like I said, his teammates were shooting, he wasn't, so he came through. And then money line wise was 1-1. Liverpool came through. It was 0-0 at halftime. They went and won the game at the second half and won 1-0. So that came through for us. And then Man City scored 2 goals early, so it looked really good. And then they just didn't manage to get that third, so that was unfortunate. But it was a 4-2 day. It was a pretty good day, and hopefully we can do really good when it comes to this pretty smaller slate. And like I mentioned, if I do have any added plays, it will be in the pinned comment. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.